Well, hello, I'm John,
And I'm Nancy.
and we are J&N Travels. Little noise filter here. Yeah, okay. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It is our first afternoon chat of
The new year.
2021, right?
The new year of 2021, right?
So welcome in, everybody. And this is the show where we spend a little bit of time doing a recap of the recent travel news,
Mm-hmm.
and then some funny things that we usually find in the news. So
There's always funny things in the news.
there is always funny things. And right now, I don't know what you guys getting for temperatures out your way, but we're getting 32 degrees and clear out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's any storms in the
No,
making.
I hope that's true. I try to make it through this winter with as little snowstorms as possible. Who knows if that will be the case.
We're actually looking forward to it because you've got your second part of your shot in less than a week. So
Oh, right.
hopefully that will work. You had no side effects from the first one, right?
No side effects from the first shot. Rumors say second shot might be a little worse, but
Oh, does it? I didn't
that's
even
what
know that.
rumors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm pushing my work to hopefully get the shot there. Then the two of us could go out and travel. Probably the only one on our own cruise ship, right?
I'll get a vaccination passport.
Yeah, I know. Right. We like to welcome in Cook with Me, who was
Cook with
the
me.
first
Oh, wow.
one in the house.
Nice. Welcome in. I like cooking shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've actually used a lot of the recipes, especially for holidays.
Yeah, you learn a lot.
Gabby for dropping in. Thank you.
Hi,
She's one of
Gabby.
our moderators.
Thank you for coming.
And Juma Brown. Thank you everyone for coming in.
Hello. Welcome.
So I guess probably everyone's heard, anyone that follows cruising has heard the biggest news item. It was breaking news this morning after a relatively quiet holiday season with the cruise lines. Carnival came out this morning and made an announcement that NCL had made a couple of weeks ago, I think, at least 2 weeks ago, in that they were going to cancel all their cruises through the end of March.
Yep.
For this year on their these are ships, I think that are just sailing out of the U.S. I'm not sure if they have any going out overseas or not. So we knew that was going to happen, and we're just waiting for RCL to do the same. And if you have a cruise booked before the fall, just be careful.
Did you say NCL?
Oh, I'm sorry. RCL should be canceling soon. NCL already canceled.
I thought Carnival.
Carnival did it today.
Carnival did it today. Okay.
So, welcome in, Kelly Vanderella. And this is our first chat of the new year. So happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for joining us. Hope all is well with everyone.
We have just a couple of housekeeping things. We have a live this Sunday, January 10th at 4:30. That is the live. We're going to have a little clip on our day in, I think it's St. Lucia.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And then we play our game, Name This. And then the week from today, next Wednesday, 1:13, January 13th, we have our 2:00 show, the afternoon chat. And we are trying something brand new today. We've never premiered a video, and we're going to try and premiere a video, a Barbados video at 4:15 today to see how that goes. I never understood if it's better or worse to premiere a video or not.
We'll wait and see.
Because you don't get the comments, but you tend sometimes to get more views. So I'm not sure which is better, which is not.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Welcome in, Barefoot Adventures.
Barefoot Adventures. I like to be barefoot on the beach right now.
I know.
That sounds lovely.
So is there anything else new going on with you and Nance, or
no?
To the news. Clear is in.
Hello.
Welcome in. I've been watching a lot of her little videos recently. Oh, and Tyler. Welcome in, Tyler.
Hi,
Thank you for joining us. Tyler is...
Happy New Year to everyone.
Tyler is setting up a tent
He is.
down in Port Canaveral and waiting for the cruise ship so he can be the first one on it.
Yeah.
No, I'm only kidding, but see, in his videos, he's constantly, he's down at the pier.
I guess I'm gullible, right?
No, I think he's just wishing those ships in, and maybe he'll be able to do that for the rest of us.
Let's all wish hard.
Okay, so why don't we go into the new stuff today? Okay, I gave you the breaking news about Carnival a second ago. They've canceled all their cruises through March, and that didn't make it to my original sheet. I spent the better part of last night coming up with these. So, okay, number one.
Breaking news number one.
Breaking news number one. Oh, Kelly says, Johnny says hi.
Hi, Johnny.
Working on the van today. Huh?
Wow. Hope it's warm out there.
She works, going back and forth with Johnny on one of the lives the other day.
Mhm.
She works mids like I do.
Oh, she does?
She has not,
Oh, I didn't know
she's
she
worked
did.
them since, or night shift since she's been 18 years old.
Oh, my world.
So
So she doesn't know what it's like to work days like you.
Yeah, well, we both hate days.
Yeah.
For the exact same reason, probably. No one looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. I know. I don't blame you. Yeah.
So I'm not sure how she gets up now and works, or she probably slept a few hours and then starts working on the van.
You're very talented woman.
Okay. First one, number one, cruise line rolls out the 2021 wave season deals. If you didn't know, this is wave season in the cruise industry. It's a wave season like no other, but wave season nonetheless. As they usually do this time of year, the cruise lines are offering discounts, upgrades, and more incentives to encourage booking. If you're looking to book something, there is a long list of cruise discounts and upgrades. Since it will be a while before we see a cruise leave the U.S., I won't waste your time reading them. I got a whole list of different discounts, and there are some good ones out there. Well, what's the point?
What's the point?
You book it, it gets canceled. You book it, it gets canceled.
No, that's more disappointing.
If you are looking to jump the gun and maybe try and lock in one of these specials, I would advise you to go to your favorite cruise line or just all the cruise lines in general and look at the deals that are up there, because there are some pretty good deals.
Good advice.
Okay, welcome in our Fatima Jaffrey. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, hello.
And also,
Happy New Year to you.
And also, Loving Life Hitched Up. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon.
We just started out our travel news.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Next one. We go back down to Disney World.
I know.
Again.
I was looking at that Disney picture. Looks
seems like
so inviting.
It seems like there's something always for Disney in the news, isn't it? Cool. How to score a free Disney World theme park tickets. How to score it in 2021. So pay attention if you're thinking of going to Disney World, because they come out with a brand new deal.
Yeah.
Beginning yesterday, Walt Disney World offered guests 2 free nights of theme park tickets with its newest promotion. Visitors who book a Walt Disney Resort room and ticket package for 4 nights, 3 days will be eligible for 2 additional days at the theme parks at no additional charge. Really good deal. This package is valid most nights from January 8th through September 25th. So it takes you right through the whole summer, 2021, and the tickets must be used within 8 days of the guest's initial hotel check-in. We've been semi-debating if we don't make it on a cruise ship this year, that maybe we would start looking in the direction of Disney if we end up getting our shots and stuff. And this type of deal would be fantastic. So if you think of going to Disney World, take a look at this.
Yeah. Kudos to Disney.
I know. Well, they've got to compete, right?
Yeah.
Number 3, and this has been bantering around the internet, but I thought it was funny enough to talk about again. Nudist cruise announced for Carnival ship.
Yeah, come on.
For anyone who doesn't want to bring a lot of extra clothes, according to Bare Necessities, that's a group, which is a company offering nudist cruise events, it would host a big nude boat event aboard the Carnival Cruise Line's Carnival Pride, starting on February 13th, 2022. So it's next year, about a year from now. The voyage is currently scheduled to sail for 2 weeks and will depart from Tampa before making stops in Panama, Colombia, Bonaire, Curacao, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic and the Bahamas. The company also revealed that the Carnival Pride would make nudist guests feel right at home, according to the Bare Necessities website, as the ship is adorned with classic nude statues and paintings. All passengers are informed before booking that clothing must be worn anytime the ship is in port or the captain announces it. And I read more. I read more in depth on it, and they are being a little bit. they're being smart about, like, if you're going to sit down restaurant,
Well, that's
you
what I
have
was
to have
just going to
clothes.
ask. I go, no, you can't be in a restaurant with no clothes.
There are areas.
Yeah,
if you're
that's
coming in the port, you've got to make sure you're in the, because other ships can see you, and Lang see you got to be dressed. So,
Yeah. Okay.
So,
sorry, that's not for me.
So it's not a totally it's not a totally nude, I guess.
I mean, I could wear a nude bodysuit. I'd wear one of those,
I'm not sure
like a flesh-colored bodysuit. That I would do.
I'm not sure how they would handle that either, because you don't want to get your gawkers on there, so you're wondering if they if it's a requirement in certain areas you have to be nude. The other thing I read too is I think what they're doing is you can't just walk around the ship and take pictures. They have photo areas, and those are the areas where you have to take pictures. And if you violate that, they can kick you off the ship on the next port and confiscate your camera.
Okay, is there an age requirement?
Yeah, 18 and older.
18.
It is 18 and older.
I was going to say, I thought it would be like only those 18 to 22 with and not over the weight of 120.
The Pride is a ship we were looking at. I think that's one that was sailing out of Baltimore for a while.
We
were looking at that because the ship itself looked good.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Actually, go back here a notch because there's a comment from where is it? Let's see. Comment from Kelly. We've talked about Disney trip. That deal sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure if you get the solo, it's like $129 for just a solo ticket, and then we're getting some kind of package. So that's a couple $100 per person just for the parks that you get.
It's been a while since we've been to Disney. I'm looking forward to going back at some point.
So easy to pack, I know. Even if you do have to pack, because I think the dining, they still did formal nights and stuff, so you have to pack a certain amount, but there is certainly a lot of clothes you could leave out on this
So when you're in the swimming pool, everybody's nude. Do they have one nude swimming pool?
They didn't mention anything about the pool itself.
I don't know.
So let's see. Someone I thought I had just read, was it Tyler? Oh yeah, it was Tyler was on bouncing back here between the nude cruise and Disney and talk about two total opposites, right? Tyler said he was there on. Yeah. He was there on Christmas Eve. Great time for sure. Now, was it crowded, Tyler? Yeah. Were people respecting the social distancing? We did it on news report last week. No, actually, it was the one we put out on Saturday that Disney has actually eliminated the social distancing on a lot of their rides now. Oh. I think you still have to wear masks, though. So, Tyler, did you have to wear masks? Was it social distancing? Did you feel it was crowded? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, I'm interested as well. Welcome in, Sherry, another of our moderators, the emoji woman, I call her. Happy New Year. Oh. Thank you very much. Secretary to Brad Nino. Hello, I will help you on your watch hours. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Kind of you. We appreciate you doing that. Yeah, but I've talked to you, Brad. I go back and forth with you, Brad. Usually it's just Brad Nino. Yeah. Secretary must be for some reason I thought it was a wife or something at one time, but maybe it's just another account. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it says right here, use another account. Use another account, okay. Thank you very much, Brad. Yes. Yeah, me and Sherry were just talking about you recently. Okay, so we go on to our next, I can find it. I didn't get the answer yet from Tyler on that Disney, but we will get that. So nude cruise we just covered. Yeah, that's quite amazing. I've yet to. We always ask people about the nude cruises if they would ever do one, and no one says they would anyways. Yeah. It'd be a very intimidating type of thing. You have to use a lot of sunscreen, right? Well, the big joke on you get no tan lines. You're right. The big joke is usually people getting in Speedo shape, Oh, right. I know. That's taken it a step further. Yeah. Wow. Something else. Florida is not stringent for protocols during this time. Yeah, I know the whole state itself was pretty open, but the parks, both Disney and Universal, I think, were pretty good at doing the doing protocols, but it sounds like they're starting to go let more people in, more crowded.
Again, lax, you mean?
Yeah, well, not lax is intentional because they're doing it within the law, but they're just not being as strict. Okay, next news story. This is another thing for anyone that is thinking traveling. This is a heck of a good deal. One-way fares starting at $59 with JetBlue's big winter sale.
$59.
$59 each way.
Heard that right, $59.
JetBlue has just launched its big winter sale with one-way fares starting as low as $59. The leading U.S. budget carrier is hoping that the rock-bottom pricing will help spur customers to air travel as 2021 commences, even amid America's escalating virus situation. To qualify for the promotion, flights must be booked by 11:59 p.m. on January 12th. So that's today's the 6th, so less than a week.
Less than a week.
And June, okay, the flights have to be booked between January 16th and June 17th. That must be the travel, excluding Friday and Saturdays, with blackout dates being February 11th through 20th. That must be kids' break, even though they're all home anyways, and March 24th to April 24th. Yeah. So if you can slip a flight down there, that's a real good deal.
That's definitely affordable.
Yeah, go to the website and check it out.
The stimulus check coming to everybody. Everybody could swing that flight.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's a good flight price.
It's a very good deal. So, all right. Our next news item.
Oh,
cute little doggy.
Oh, I want that dog. That's so cute.
Okay, Vanderella, Kelly booked. She booked a St. Louis to Phoenix for $50 on Southwest.
On JetBlue or Southwest?
Yeah. Now I'm guessing, Kelly, that is, and maybe I have my facts mixed up. That will Johnny be in Phoenix by then, and you're going down to visit her, or is that just something you guys are doing? Okay, and then Tyler popped in. SeaWorld is strict. I saw them lock folks in their seat on rides if they did not wear their mask right and keep them for at least a minute after everyone left the ride. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's funny. So the ride's over. They kept them locked in to put the mask on, I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, look at
Airline changes emotional support rules. Now we did a news story on this.
Yeah, remember the dog, the pony, the emotional support pony.
So some airlines announced major changes to its emotional support and service animal policies and procedures on Tuesday. Some airlines are aligning their regulations with the United States Department of Transportation's recently announced changes. They define a service animal as a dog that is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of a qualified individual with a disability. Starting on January 11th, some airlines will no longer authorize new travel for animals that do not meet the updated definition, such as emotional support animals. Existing bookings involving emotional animals will be honored through February 1st. We did a cute little story on the news scene several months back.
Yeah.
Someone actually brought, if you can believe it, a small pony. Remember?
Yeah, a miniature pony.
Miniature pony as a support animal on an airplane.
It only weighed 112 pounds, something like that.
Right. And people are bringing, I heard, I don't know if it was on a plane or if it was somewhere else, but they actually had a snake that they had a certificate as an emotional animal.
Yeah, well, you cause distress for the other people, passengers, and they would need emotional support if they saw a snake.
But you know, it always takes some people to ruin it for everyone else, so doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they probably could have gotten away with this, but as people see it, more and more people probably bring outrageous animals on there. If you're your pet scorpion or
the pony was awfully cute, and for that long flight, the pony did very well, according to your article.
Hey, Larry, welcome in.
Hi, Larry. But yeah, people always push the envelope, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. They do it, and then finally it gets ridiculous where the other people, like you're saying, are complaining, and then they have to do something about it. Okay, so Kelly is flying down in Johnny, Van, and Maddie in Arizona for, okay, there's a meetup down there.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And that's happening next month? I'm not sure.
Sounds like Maddie is going down with Johnny. Well, I think Johnny's working in Phoenix. She's
Okay.
going on the road.
She's going on the
Right.
road. Wow.
And it sounds like she is taking the dog, or,
Oh, Maddie's
or
the
the
dog. Okay.
daughter, or the whatever the reference is. And
Is Maddie a human or?
no, Maddie's a dog.
Okay.
And down with them for there's a meet, the quad it's another one of the RV meets. That
Oh,
they
that's
have.
really
So
awesome.
it sounds like she's flying down to meet them all for
And
the meet.
for a $50 flight, that's fantastic. Sounds fun.
Okay.
So this dog is an emotional support dog.
This one, the picture, yeah. I thought you meant Maddie. No.
No.
I'm sure Maddie is too.
All dogs give emotional
They
support.
have I forget what I can't remember the breed now, but they had a comforter in the van that has all little pictures of, looks like the dog. Okay, so next one. So you can book your cheap flights. You can book your Disney vacation and get free Disney tickets. We've given you two things there. You can book a cruise if you want to take a chance and get some heck of a deal. So we've given you all those so far. Okay, let's get the update there. Yeah, Maddie is going a little with Johnny off work 3 weeks. Okay, Johnny started traveling nursing in April.
In April, she starts.
I thought she was just, okay.
All right, so a couple
She
more
starts
months.
in April, okay. That's going to be a great experience.
That's going to be fun. Oh, what a way to see the world, the U.S., right?
Yeah, at least the U.S., right?
That's awesome.
Okay, next one. This is kind of a sad one. New strain of virus found in UK discovered in the US now. They probably all heard of the new contagious strain of virus that was found in the UK and also in South Africa.
Yes.
And we knew it was coming.
It was just a matter of time, but I didn't think it was going to be so fast. I thought maybe.
I've heard they have a strain now. They found it in Canada, which of course is not good, being on the same continent. But now they've discovered cases in Colorado. I think there was just one there. California, there was a handful. In Florida. And yesterday it made its way to upstate New York.
Did it really?
Yeah, it was confirmed by Governor Cuomo, which is sad because how the heck do you jump? Those states are nowhere near New York, so that means it's jumping big time. The new strain of virus has caused dozens of countries to impose travel bans on the UK and appears to be as much as 70% more contagious than previous strains. So the vaccine's still supposed to work against it.
Yes, I did hear that.
It's not supposed to be any more deadly, nothing like that, but it's 70% more contagious, which means it's going to spread a lot quicker, right?
That's what I've heard. Yep.
Okay, so this Larry just said, I thought I had heard Canada. Larry just said they have one case on the Vancouver Island.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well,
yeah, that's good to know.
It's just more contagious, not more deadly, but we don't need that.
Well, but yeah, I mean, it's been spreading pretty quick now. Now, if you add 70% speed to it, it's not very good. Okay. Next one, travel industry in tailspin as federal government adopts new virus test rules. And Larry, you probably know about this, but this pertains more to you than us right now. Actually, let me just say hello. Let's see. Hello to Relaxation, Elena Bean. And thank you for joining us, Papa Mozo.
Hi, Papa Mozo.
We're just starting to see Papa Mozo again on YouTube. He had to take time off. Our condolences again, Papa Mozo. He lost his mother a month ago.
Oh, we're sorry to hear that.
And so he's been obviously occupied.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I forget the Jack? Okay, that's the JetBlue. That's a blue doggy. That's Cuomo. If anyone wants to know what he looks like.
And he's the New York.
I think this is in. Can't really read it, but I think this is in Canada. So,
well, Cuomo was the New York governor. Is that what you said?
New York, right?
Yes.
The travel industry in Canada has been thrown into a tailspin by new federal rules requiring a virus test before Canadians are allowed back into the country for most international travel. The timing of the Transport Minister Marc Garneau's announcement of the new protocol could not have been worse because many agents had closed their offices, travel agents, for the holiday. With no warning in place, people who had chosen to travel over the New Year were not given the opportunity to cancel or change their plans. A Canadian who is on travel must get a virus test before boarding the plane back to Canada, no matter how far they must go to get the test. One Canadian client now in the Philippines will have to endure a 6-hour plus bus ride to the capital, Manila, to get the required test to ensure she is allowed back in Canada when she returns on Thursday. This is a rough thing because there used to be you could fly and I think sometimes get it on this side, like if you flew back to Canada.
Yeah.
But you cannot get on an airplane until you actually have the test done in the country that you're spending your vacation on. So if you're in a country that's isolated and there are not tests available, you've got to go find the test.
Oh, man.
There was another story I heard where someone could not get a test for 3 days. And they had to postpone their plane and they had to wait the 3 days to get their test just so they could have the test.
Sure makes traveling very stressful.
Well, they're trying to keep people from not traveling. What they're trying to do. And the other thing is that if you may ask, what happens if you absolutely can't get it? You're on a small island and you can't get a test.
Yeah.
If you have to have proof somehow. I don't know how you prove this, that you could not get the test on the island. They will let you fly back. And Larry, maybe you can straighten me out on this. They'll let you fly back to Canada. You have to get your test, but then you have to stay quarantined at the airport that you landed.
The airport.
So if it wasn't your home airport, if you had if you were landing in one part of Canada and then you had to fly to a second part to be home, you would be quarantined at that first part until the test came back.
It's too complicated for me.
They're trying to make it difficult.
Yeah, they're certainly doing a good job.
Oh, welcome in, our friend Sean and Casey on vacay mode.
Tyler had some breaking news that he just shared with us.
Okay, is it back here?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, here it is. Tyler always is able to seems to give us a little bit of breaking news.
Yeah, Tyler does.
Breaking news: Princess Cruise announced it is extending its pause of guest cruise vacations on ships sailing through May 2021. Wow. Okay, so Princess is a member of the RCL.
Yes, isn't it?
It's RCL or Carnival now. I'm a little confused.
Princess is RCL, I believe. Right, Tyler?
And now I'm getting a little confused. So it's not the whole brand. It's just Princess that's doing this, or the Princess brand.
Well, I could be wrong. They'll straighten us out.
Sean and Casey, I know how the kiddos are doing. They're doing good.
Yeah.
They're doing good.
All is well.
And this is Sean, I think. Sean, sorry I'm late to the party. Welcome in, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
You're right below your husband on that scrolling down. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate you guys joining us.
I have been sending Casey videos about snow because Casey loves snow, even though he doesn't spend the winter cold places. He's in Texas right now.
It is pretty when you can stay in and don't have to drive in it.
Still, just looking out the window, there is snow there. It melted, and we got a couple more inches the last couple of days. I've got an interesting picture I'm going to show on our live on Sunday. We have an apple tree in our yard that it was so covered with heavy snow and ice.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. No. It didn't break.
No, it didn't.
It's on its side. It pulled it right out of the ground, the weight, onto the lawn. So I'm going to try an experiment this year. I'm going to leave it like that, which puts it about 10 feet near another apple tree. And I want to see if I could be the first apple orchard guy that could actually pick apples from the top of this tree without using a ladder. So
I think the deer might come and eat them all before you have a chance to do that.
That's a very good
The deer will come in and go, wow, we don't have to stick our necks out. We can just pick these apples right up.
Okay, so Larry, that last tidbit was more for you than the rest of us. All right, another one of our news items that we had put out several weeks ago was this great snow park. This is actually in Florida, this picture.
This is really cool. Do you like snow, right?
It's got, those are tubing slopes you see. Down the bottom, they have all sorts of things. You can build snowmen, and it's a great little park. Mm-hmm. Well, this park hasn't been open long, and the officials shut down the park.
Really?
The first snow park for health and safety violations. It's called Snowcat Ridge Alpine Snow Park. It opened on November 20th. Less than a month after opening, Snowcat Ridge Snow Park has closed its doors after a county inspector discovered fire, building, electrical, and plumbing violations.
Whoa.
The theme park located in Dade County announced the closure on Thursday afternoon. I would love to hear from someone who went to this before they
Yeah,
closed
what
it
they
down and
thought of
see
it.
if it's decent. I can't picture keeping legit snow in Florida. You know, it's probably the real icy kind that we all hated, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Okay, it is Carnival. So
It is Carnival.
So the one that
we thought it was RCL.
so
Thank you
RCL,
for correcting us.
So one RCL must own is Holland, maybe.
Okay, because I thought it was. I get confused.
They also need to have a popular second brand.
Mm-hmm. So it is Carnival.
Okay, so the Carnival, the regular Carnival ships, for anyone who popped in late, are now postponing all their cruises until the end of March.
Okay.
But Tyler has just informed us that Princess brand of Carnival has closed it to, I think he said May something.
I think he said May 2021.
Yeah.
Did he?
So May, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's more information if you look in the book. And of course, Keith, he throws it in. You know, he throws in my sports question. We always have to have our little sports banter.
Yeah.
Don't think much of Cam right now, boy. But I think less right now of Belichick, who's I would live and die with him because the way he stuck with him and didn't give anyone else a shot this year.
Yeah.
Sad time, Sean. Both our teams are. I mean, KC. Both our teams are out of the playoffs. Oh. Jesus, I'm wrong. Holland is owned by Carnival too. I should have my little thing.
Yeah, you should have a little.
Okay, let's try again. Let's see. RCL. It's not Holland. Celebrity. I'm going with Celebrity. Is what I'm thinking of then. Is Celebrity owned by RCL?
I'm getting all confused now as well.
Okay.
All right. Oh boy, so many.
Next news item is. For anyone just popping in, we're going through the current travel news reports, and then Nancy will have some things that are more on the lighter side when we're done this. U.S. cruise port expects over 24 cruise ships through early February. I have no idea how this is even possible. It was reported on the arrival of several Carnival Cruise Line ships into California. The World Cruise Center in Los Angeles is expecting more than 24 cruise ships through early February. These calls will be technical stops for provisions, bunkering, and crew changes, while no passengers will be on board any of the vessels. While the no passenger might seem disappointing, it is a very good indicator of how much is going on behind the scenes. The cruise industry is indeed ramping up full speed towards a potential reopening for earlier this year. With all the issues going on in California, I don't see how this can be happening. The bad news obviously is there's no passengers, and they're not even close to having passengers. The good news is if the ships are here, then they're probably training them. They're probably putting some protocols in place. And there's a rumor out there. There's no one's verified it, but they think maybe they're doing these secret test cruises. Some of these cruise lines,
right?
Who knows? There's no evidence right now.
So Vanderella said that Holland is owned by Carnival too.
Yeah, no, that one I already read.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm on a Celebrity now.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get it right one of these times.
Okay, I didn't know if you read that. Okay.
Sean says, going to switch my computer easier to type. I hate watching lives from my phone.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. In fact, Sean and KC were back Sunday with their live. They took a month rest, and they come back with their lives on Sunday nights again.
Oh, yes, I was working Sunday. That was my weekend. So
yeah, you're the every other weekend. I was actually at work. I watched it from work.
Yeah, that's right. You were working as well.
So, I guess it's good news. There are ships hovering around the California area. There again, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. KC said, breaking news, protests are taking over the U.S. Capitol. They break in. Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing. I did see yesterday that they were starting to have some conflicts with the police there.
Jeez.
I mean, it's getting close to that, the 21st, that's 2 weeks away now?
Right.
Rough, but we won't talk politics because.
No.
All right. The next news item. This was kind of cool. Putting together a video on this. Okay. Cruise ship were cut in half to be enlarged. Instead of building a whole new cruise ship, several cruise lines opted to increase capacity by stretching their current ships. Known as lengthening, the process of enlarging a cruise ship usually includes cutting the ship in half and adding a new midsection with more cabins and public areas. The Enchantment of the Sea was the biggest ship ever to get lengthened. With the refit, the vessel received 150 additional cabins, a new water park with an interactive water fountain, and more. Some other ships that were refit were the Lyra class on the MSC, the Balmoral, which is a Fred Olsen brand, Silver Spirit, which is Silver Sea, and the Star class, and the Star class on Windstar. So as you can see here, those two.
That's where the addition
right.
is.
See the addition right in the middle of that?
Yeah. That's very cost effective.
I don't know if it is. That's what you'd have to wonder. Is it in this day and age? Is it, since they're retrofitting a lot of these new ships now because of all the protocols and everything? But it's a way to do it. I mean, they wouldn't do it if they weren't saving money, right?
Right.
So. This I thought was real cool here. Whale watching in New York City.
Oh, what?
New Yorkers were stunned in early December when a creature as big as a school bus surfaced from the Hudson River.
What?
Over the next 3 days, the humpback whale cruised by several popular tourist destinations, including the Sea, Air, and Space Museum on Pier 84. I think that's where we left with our NCL cruises.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did. Yeah.
One World Trade Center and the Statue of Liberty, where a journalist snapped a photograph of the animal seemingly waving its tail at the Lady Liberty.
Nice shot, journalist.
Scientists say that the rising whale sightings are likely related to pure water and a brimming buffet of Atlantic Manhattan is a fish flavored by humpbacks. So there again, you look at, if you're trying to look at a little bit of the positives of the virus, it would be.
Humans are dying, but whales are surviving. What was it? Italy? They were saying the dolphins had actually come up the canals or something like that in Venice. I mean, this is bizarre. I mean,
but that's cool. That's the same exact. We were on a ship where that came up, and we did the same path. So imagine being on the cruise and actually seeing a whale.
That would be incredible.
Okay. In our last news item, so you got all the stuff on great cruise deals, great airplane deals, great Disney World deals. Okay, now we're going to tell you about what's happening for anyone that's thinking of going to Hawaii. Sean's back. Oh, welcome in. Fisher Fun Ventures.
Oh, hello, Fisher Fun Ventures. And I thought I saw the hitchhiking.
Yep, and hitchhiking right in it.
Did I say that right?
Hitchhiking Bones.
Hitchhiking Bones.
How are you from Texas? So you get at least two Texas people in here. Okay, and the last one for anyone thinking about Hawaii. Hawaii officially launches resort bubbles on, and I'm not going to pronounce that right, Kauai, something like Kauai. The Hawaiian island of Kauai has received permission to create resort bubbles and officially kicked off today.
Really?
Hawaiian Governor David Ng first approved the resort bubble concept back in September, but the details surrounding implementation weren't fully ironed out, approved, and launched until now. With this program that takes place today, those wishing to travel to Kauai have a new hybrid option, the resort bubble. To participate in this new program, travelers would need to have negative results from a pre-travel virus test taken no more than 72 hours from the final leg of their trip. So if we went from New Hampshire to California, we'd have to have it taken in California, not in New Hampshire. So you have to have that. This test can be any virus diagnostic test approved by the FDA.
Okay.
Upon arrival in Kauai, travelers then proceed directly to the resort bubble, either by hotel transport or car service. So that keeps them away from the general public, right? At one of 6 designated resort bubbles, guests who participate in the program will be able to move about the property. This means access to the pools, dining, and potentially even the beaches during the 72-hour quasi-quarantine period. Okay, so you go to the hotel, you're in your bubble, you cannot leave that resort for 3 days.
3 days, all right.
I guess that's like a mini quarantine. The catch,
Yeah.
during the 3 days of quarantine, guests cannot leave the resort other than for medical care and will have their movements monitored by a bracelet.
Oh, really?
After the 72-hour mark, participants get another virus test on the property at their own expense.
At their own expense.
Yeah, and if they are negative, then they are free to move around the rest of the island. So it's a nice little thing if someone's dying to go there.
Yeah, but then if
But
you're
it's a lot of work again.
I know, and if you're positive, what do? You have to go home.
Well, I guess if you're positive in California, say for us, then they wouldn't even be able to go.
Right, I meant when you're.
Then if you're positive, if you've been there for 3 days
Yeah.
and you have something,
Yeah.
that would be a mess because
I'm saying if you're there for 3 days and then you test again and you're positive.
Yeah. Then they'd have a big problem because it came from somewhere. Because everyone's been.
No,
we've always wanted to go to Hawaii, but never wanted to fly there.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle that flight.
Across to California and out to Hawaii. Which was it, like an 18-hour flight or something like that? Kind of tough.
Yeah.
Kind of tough.
Don't think I could do it.
Okay, now Aunt Nancy is going to read. Let's see. Shaking Bones want to go to Hawaii.
Do you? Yeah,
they just got back from
where'd they go?
Disney.
Did you? Oh, I hope you had a wonderful time. How could you not? Disney, right?
Right. Sean says, glad I was able to be here today. Got out of work early today with you. I won't mind staying. I know. Now, you guys are halfway there against Texas, so it's probably something to think about. Welcome in, Sailing with T&K.
Sailing with T&K.
TJ, you at work today or are you at home today?
They look like they had fun out there at
so it's a rough. It's a rough. Rough quarantine if you go to Hawaii. Rough if you go to Canada. Larry, I bet you can't wait to cross the border, huh? All right. So Nancy now has a segment that she's going to read, which it's a nice way to end the chat for 2020. It's several stories on the naughtiest airline passenger 2020. Before she does that, I'd just like to remind people that our next live is Sunday, this Sunday, January 10th at 4:30. And then we have a live a week from today on January 13th at 2 o'clock. And we are trying out for the first time a premiere today at 4:15 on Barbados.
Okay.
So let's see.
Looks like TJ's at work, he says.
Okay, glad you caught that.
Yeah.
Okay, is quarantine just apply?
TJ.
I know you have negative incentive, but unaware of the resort bubble. Yeah, I think it's this. The article I got is strictly that island. It's an island trying to do it, which is smart because I don't think any of the other Hawaiian islands are doing it. Okay, so Nance, let me get up my.
What did point travels?
Okay. Let me get up a picture here. Okay, so you are doing the naughtiest airline passengers of 2020.
Naughtiest airline passengers of 2020. Airport antics. So the year began with a bang when an unidentified man was witnessed exposing his genitalia in an airport terminal before ultimately urinating from a seated position onto the floor as other travelers looked on in horror. In a similarly bizarre incident in January, a visibly intoxicated man locked himself inside of a bathroom stall at Illinois General Wayne A. Downey Peoria International Airport to drink and smoke before eventually requesting to be taken to jail. Very strange.
Yeah, I know. It's very odd. Larry's only 6 hours from Hawaii. That's 6 hours.
6 hours?
I might take a chance.
I do 6 hours. I think I can handle 6.
They are the great, just so you know, Hitchhiking Bones. Have a magical time at Disney.
That's
by the
wonderful.
Way, as always.
That's
great.
Excellent.
I was watching some of their lives.
All right.
The next one.
Mid-air mayhem. A North Carolina woman made headlines this year when she caused a major disturbance aboard a United Airlines flight from Frankfurt, Germany to Washington, D.C. The woman, identified as Dana Ghazi Mustafa, allegedly threatened to stab the flight's air marshal and everyone on the plane, then kill myself. That was a quote. Last month, an American Airlines passenger was arrested following a flight from Orlando to Philadelphia who allegedly began climbing over seats and asking fellow passengers, quote, "Where's my parachute?" Meanwhile, the year also saw a pair of naughty Russian pilots come under investigation after allegedly deviating from course to create an image of a man's genitalia that would appear on radar and flight tracking sites. I remember reading that one in the news.
In the news, yeah.
But the others I had not.
Pilots will be silly, won't they? So supposedly Larry can get a $400 flight to Hawaii.
Really?
That round trip, Larry? Man, that's a heck of a deal.
That's really a good deal.
That is really a good deal. Okay, let's go ahead.
Number 3, anti-mask tantrums. Well, this year saw hundreds of air travels removed from their flights for non-compliance, including 44-year-old Joshua Colby Council, who was arrested after refusing to wear a mask on a Delta Airlines flight ahead of Thanksgiving. In another incident, a woman's refusal to don a face mask forced an entire Southwest Airlines flight to deplane in Nashville. Oh, I'd be mad about that. Other high-profile incidents included a passenger slapping a flight attendant over Delta's face mask policy and a maskless EasyJet passenger coughing on fellow travelers as she shouted, "Everybody dies." Oh my gosh, where are these people? What are these people thinking? Crazy people. Are they serving too much crazy alcohol on these flights? Or
I don't know what it is.
What is going on? Okay.
Well, look, we have, let's see. So they're saying Hawaii flights are really cheap right now. Larry said in USA dollars, that's only $314.
That's reasonable.
That's more than reasonable. But yeah, that's incredible.
That is. Wow.
Yeah, Larry said these are pre-Mumbo times.
Yeah. So this is would-be smugglers. A man was caught with 200 live venomous scorpions in his luggage at Sri Lanka's Bandaranaike International Airport in January, the same month that a U.S. Customs and Border Protection officer was busted smuggling close to 40 pounds of cocaine inside of his carry-on luggage at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. 2020 also saw officers at Miami International Airport seize almost $500,000 being smuggled out of the United States in furniture, while a Go Air passenger traveling from Dubai was caught with more than 2 pounds of flattened gold hidden inside his rectum. These stories are bizarre.
So how much is that? That's what did it say? 2 pounds. How the heck? Think of the weight of 2 pounds being shoved up to you know what.
Flat.
So, well, like to welcome in BDF.
Hello, how are you? I hope you're having a happy new year so far. Some of these stories that
Thank
I'm
you
reading.
for joining us. So BDF is a local. He's a East Coast.
Oh, good.
So I'm trying to think of what state it was from. And welcome in.
So I am reading.
My Old Ladies Cooking Show. Thank you for joining
My
us.
Old Ladies Cooking Show. I'm reading the Naughtiest airline passengers of 2020. Some bizarre stories.
It is bizarre stories. Okay.
Well-
Look, wait a minute. Let's see. Larry was saying, I looked quickly at this and thought it was
He
thought- sandwich.
Yeah.
very expensive sandwich, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Wow.
It's funny.
All right, pastor lands in hot water. North Carolina pastor Daniel Chalmers issued an apology after he was accused of urinating on a woman at the back of a red-eye flight from Las Vegas to Detroit in October. Chalmers was restrained by an off-duty police officer who happened to be on the flight and taken into custody upon landing in Detroit. Chalmers claimed that he had a terrible reaction after taking Ambien for the first time. However, documents obtained by Fox revealed that Chalmers admitted to having had 2 drinks before the flight and later blew a .17 in a blood alcohol test. Yeah.
My
okay.
bad, BDF. Why did I think they were from the East Coast? They're from Kansas.
They're from Kansas. Okay.
From Kansas. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, or ring the bell, we really appreciate it. Let's see. Still live in Kansas. Are you sure, BDF, you didn't move to the East Coast? All right. So
All right.
your next one.
So we know the reason why this passenger did this. He had been drinking. It didn't indicate all the other crazy stories if alcohol was involved, but there are crazy stories out there. This is even crazier. Naked naughty passengers. In November, as United Express flight was forced to make an emergency landing after a woman who appeared to be intoxicated became belligerent toward passengers and crew members and stripped down to her underwear. 25-year-old Sierra Nicole McClinton was later charged with disorderly conduct and public intoxication. In an earlier incident in New Orleans, 27-year-old Mariel Vergara was arrested after attempting to buy a Spirit Airlines ticket while completely naked at Louis Armstrong's New Orleans International Airport. Well, so alcohol was involved in that one as well.
Yeah, it's funny. Imagine most of these are going to have alcohol. Is anyone afraid to get on or leery to get on an airplane right now? I mean, we know no matter what they offer you for cruise ships, you can't get on a cruise ship right now. You can't even go to a different country and get on a cruise ship because you can't fly to a different country. So that's out. If we had been talking about the Florida and the parks down there, we would probably drive if we did that.
Right.
It's a long drive. We're not comfortable yet getting on an airplane.
No, not comfortable.
Like we mentioned earlier, Nancy in less than a week will be getting the second part of her shot, and I'm hoping to be able to get my work to get me one. So that happens, we'll change our whole philosophy on traveling. I'll probably getting on an airplane. Hey, welcome in, Monarch Moments.
Hi, Monarch Moments.
You've joined us. We first half, just so you know, catch up anyone that just popped in. We covered the news on the first half.
Yeah.
Just for anyone popping in, there's a lot of great deals. Disney World has a great deal on tickets right now, free tickets. Cruises have what they call their wave season, and they're giving out all sorts of discounts. I don't know how much I advise on that because we still don't know what's going on with that whole thing. And airlines, JetBlue is offering a $59 flight, and who just booked a $50 flight? Kelly did. Yeah, and the flights out there are cheap. So if you are brave enough to travel and you want to travel, take a look at what's out there. And if you didn't see the beginning of our show today, you might want to take a quick look back. If you're thinking of traveling, it might save you a little bit of money. So we covered that. And now Nancy right now is reading we figure we end the 2020 year with 2020 stories of the naughtiest airlines passengers. Since this is our first chat of the new year. So let's see. Yeah, see, Larry's the same as us. It's just so, you can do everything right and then you just get one person, not even on the plane. Right. It could be at the airport. Could be at the snack bar.
It's too risky right now.
You got let's see. So BDF is planning on getting vaccinated later this year.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
We were, not that it helps anyone out there, but we were basically against it at the beginning. We thought we would wait till the first wave or two would go by, see how people reacted. But the more we thought about it, and especially with this quick strain variation now, we're saying, the risk can't be any higher taking the vaccination than it is getting the virus itself. So,
well, they strongly encouraged us at work to get it, so.
Sean says, Nancy, you look wonderful today. Tell John, go grab something so you can have more solo camera time. I just want to feel good on the plane.
Well, thank you.
Sean, she's more than welcome to run the show. And I'll go take a break. Hitchhiking Bones, I flew Southwest to Orlando. They are filling every other seat and requiring masks for the entire flight. It was cautious. That's not bad if they're doing that.
Yeah.
She said Southwest, and Southwest, I think, was rated. Didn't we have a ranking of them? And that was ranked number one of all the airlines as far as
I believe
protocols.
So. Yes.
And so that was. So I would trust Southwest. Some of the others I've heard people flying, and they're still jamming them in and stuff like that. So I guess it depends on the airline. Nancy, thanks for the story. Really crazy. Okay, that's your.
It was crazy.
They are all crazy. As soon as possible. Exactly. Now, you guys Monarch moments. I always try to figure. They were big
Yeah.
Disneyland, as you know. They're out in
Disneyland,
California, the
right.
state that's never going to open up.
I know.
Well, it's so sad out there.
I know.
Really sad. But Florida, I'm trying to think. I think they've been to Florida, the Disney World once, so they were
I'm not
just
sure.
before the shutdown.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Larry. We keep on saying if we both get it, we're going to jump in the car and start traveling somewhere. Okay. You want to read? Wait, one more on. Monarch, even after vaccines, you have to be careful. It doesn't make one bulletproof. You can still carry the virus.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes. That's good that you brought that up because that's so true.
And that's the big thing. I was getting this conversation with my mother too. I still am very confused with this. Now, you get the shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's more, the thing to compare it to is more like a flu shot, right?
You can still get the flu.
Right, you can still get the flu.
You just might not get a severe case of it.
But can you carry the flu now? So if you have your shots, can you now carry the flu to someone else? You may not get it as bad, but can you carry someone else? And that's the thing I don't really understand yet. If anyone else understands that, I would love to hear your input. Okay, you want to read your next one?
Oh, yeah. So, a lot of naughty people out there. Let's see. This one is, there's something on the wing. Earlier this month, a man was somehow able to breach security at McCarran International Airport. I'll start over. All right. Earlier this month, a man was somehow able to breach security at McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas before climbing onto the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane as it was preparing to take off. I do remember this in the news as well. The unidentified man eventually fell off the aircraft and was taken into custody. In Ukraine this year, a female passenger was banned after opening in the emergency exit door and walking out onto the wing during the deplaning process because she was hot and wanted to cool down. Okay, you crazy people out there. All right, hopefully. Well, I don't think we've ever experienced anything crazy on an airplane.
No, we haven't.
I don't know if any of you guys have any crazy airline passenger stories.
Yeah, what is the weirdest airline story? That would be an interesting show.
Okay.
So Larry just said he got sick during his wedding trip to Mexico. I see it as part of travel. Do you normally get either air sick or you have? Larry is he's had so many cruises booked and so many canceled. So I was going to ask him, does he get seasick? But
he hasn't gone.
I guess you wouldn't know that. The ferry from his island over to the mainland, I don't think would count because I'm sure it's not. Well, it's not big enough for one thing.
Larry, I got air sickness when I traveled to Italy. Oh man, and I actually needed one of those barf bags.
And that was many years ago too.
And I have gotten seasick. The cruise that we went on in 2010, I was very seasick. But then after 3 days, I felt okay.
Yeah, and you got to look at it too. You went when you were 14.
I went when I was 14 in Italy.
Planes now, you hope they.
Well,
hope they are smoother, right?
I think what it was turbulent, but they served a meal back then, and I wasn't very hungry, and I ate the meal, and it upsetted my stomach. And when we landed in Paris, I lost my meal into the barf bag.
Well, that will do.
And on the cruise, I've always gotten seasick. I've always had motion sickness, but the last few cruises we've been on, I haven't had motion sickness. It was the one in 2010 when we went with your family that I actually vomited and was.
It's funny because every cruise we took a couple of what is it? Is it Dramamine?
Yes.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yes.
You're supposed to take it right through, and we took one the day before, maybe one that morning, and then we just forgot about them.
Yeah.
And it didn't bother us. So we're at the point where I just don't know. We take it as kind of
a precaution. Yeah.
But one of these cruises, I think we just get a chance to not take it at all and just see what happens because. There again, taking one pill if that's all it takes.
Yeah, I'll still always take it because I do get motion seasickness.
But we've never had anything really bad happen.
No, just
no broken legs, no illnesses. It's scary out there.
It is.
And we
What was
When
that?
we were young and brave, it's like our kids never get the insurance. So when we were young
Right.
and brave, we never got it.
No, I never got it. I
And-
never thought about being sick on a cruise. I just was excited about going on a cruise and thinking everything was going to be hunky dory. Never thought of anything negative.
Well, the story I like to always tell is that I can't remember which year it was, but the very first cruise we finally got the insurance
Oh,
was,
yeah, we
was a
needed
cruise.
it.
We rented a small little Boston
Yeah.
whaler in Bermuda. And
Yeah,
I guess I just don't know how to drive a boat because
I
this
guess
thing
not.
was half full of water and it destroyed my camcorder at the time. We had the regular camcorder
yeah.
and my camera. And I was bumming, and I found out when I got back that those are actually, we just got the insurance for our health.
For our
I
health,
don't know
but
if
it was
everyone
covered.
realized it, but it covers
Yeah,
luggage and all the other stuff. And it actually covered the camcorder and the camera. So that was
sweet.
well worth it.
Yeah, that was a good deal because I don't even know what made us decide to get it. Maybe because we were older and we're traveling with our children.
Yeah, and as we get older,
our
of course.
adult children.
But now the insurance, they're going to have to
Teenage children. I'm
Right.
sorry, correct myself.
But now they're going to have to modify everything because you don't want the virus covered. And
Right.
for the coverage. And there's rumors
Right.
that they're going to maybe include it as part of your fare or cruise fare, stuff like that. Let's see what. Brian, NASCAR fan,
Hi,
popped
Brian.
in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us again.
He's our Massachusetts friend. I said that all the time.
Yeah. Larry, the only exciting flights I've had was a turbulence. Yeah. During the ferry rides, never get seasick. I don't get seasick. Well, that's good that you know that too.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you're way ahead of it on these cruise ships. Let's see. Its amount of the virus, not a living entity, combines with your cells to reproduce. So you can have trace amounts of RNA. It's like a code that combines with cells to reproduce the virus. Okay. And that's probably why I have a friend at work that went under quarantine for the 2 weeks, came back to work.
Yeah.
And I was asking him, is he being tested weekly to see if it's gone? He said they're not allowed to be tested for 3 months because the virus is still in the blood system. So
Right. Well, several people at my work had COVID, and that's what they had told us when they came back, that they can't go into the rotation of being tested because they have to wait the 3 months. And we're being tested every week. So they're out of the rotation of being tested.
Yeah, you went from being tested every week to being tested, was it once a month or once every 3 weeks, something like that?
It was 10% were being randomly tested once a week, and the rest of them with us was, I think it was every few weeks. And then we're back to being tested weekly.
In my place, when I work third shift, I can't go, but when I'm not working third shift, they offer it on Monday and Thursdays, which is great. I would have it done every week if I was working earlier shifts.
Yeah.
But
and a week goes by fast. It seems like you were just tested, and it's like, oh, it's time to be tested again.
Yeah.
But
let's see, Larry flew.
But thank you for that explanation of Monarch Moments. That was very informative.
Yeah, I agree with you, Larry. I make sure I have a well-settled stomach before I did any. Let's see. They said months or weeks. 3 months seems a long time. Yeah, but they told the same thing to our daughter. Our daughter had a bout with it, and they told her the same thing. She cannot be tested for 3 months. So I'm not sure where that comes from.
I know, because I've talked to people at my work that had COVID, and they said I said, is it because you'll test positive? And that's what they said. They said, no, we can't get tested for 3 months because we still have the virus in our system, although they're not. I think that's how it is, and although they're not symptomatic anymore, the virus has died. I don't know. They said they'd still test positive. I think that's how I understood it.
Right.
Anybody correct me if I'm wrong, but I know they can't be tested again for 3 months.
I don't know if that's a state-to-state thing or if that's across the U.S., but, that 3 month thing. But they change things all the time anyways, right? Okay. What's your next one? You're on 8.
I'm on 8. A couple has second thoughts. A couple was taken into custody at New York City's LaGuardia Airport after opening a plane door and exiting with their service dog via the inflatable emergency slide while the flight was taxiing into the runway. What? What makes people do stuff like this?
So the thing never got off the ground.
No.
There was taxiing, and they decided to open the door, and I guess that's the big ramp there that opened up on them. Well, you'd think these people get in so much trouble too for
I
something
know.
like
I'm
this.
thinking I would never deal with that. Travel while infected. And perhaps the worst of the worst for 2020, a couple boarded a plane to Hawaii even though they were positive with the virus. Now that's lovely, huh? These people knowingly traveled while infected with the virus, putting everyone else in danger. They were arrested upon arriving at their destination, and United Airlines ended up banning them from flying. I hope they were banned for life. So
I know. I think people are just losing it.
I know. I think we.
Is that it for your naughtiest airline passengers?
Passengers 2020. We didn't make the list.
No. No. So that's okay. So first half of this was on current news. If you're interested in anything, a lot of deals out there. Take a look at that. If you just want to hear from the beginning on these naughtiest airline passengers, you can listen to the second half of the show. I'd like to remind everyone again that we have a live show this Sunday at 4:30 on January 10th. We're going to show a short video on St. Lucia.
Yeah, St. Lucia's beautiful.
And then we're going to do our game, Name This.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll have Tanisha time again. Hope she'll join us. And then next Wednesday, January 13th, 2:00, we have our weekly chat.
Yep.
We are doing a premiere at 4:15 today on Barbados. If you're not doing anything, just take a peek.
One of our favorite islands.
Yeah, that is one of our favorites.
Yeah,
it's
really
a great island.
Beautiful.
Safe island.
Safe.
A lot of stuff within walking distance to it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, or if you're not a subscriber, please help us out. Oh, welcome in. So Boondocking with Booma.
Boondocking with Booma.
They were banned for life on that one.
Oh, they were banned for life. Yeah. I said I hope they were banned for life. Thank you.
You wish the airlines could talk, though, and basically ban them from all airlines or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's a couple comments here. That's him. That's him. Let's see. What is this one? Yes, the Hawaii people got arrested. Yeah, that was, I don't know if there were several stories on that too. I remember reading one several months ago where people went there and the hotel reported them that they were breaking the quarantine.
Unbelievable.
So, that's the thing. People say, well, how are they going to catch me?
Yeah,
well, it's like these holiday parties.
Right.
Oh, they're not going to catch me. If I have 10 people over, who the heck's going to know? The problem is you get nosy neighbors, or you get people who are worried, and they're the ones who turn you in.
Right.
It's not that the police or anyone else is going door to door and checking on you to see if you have it. So you got to be aware that it's a big possibility if you're going to violate the rules right now. Right. Let's see. You hear couples traveling to Barbados and getting arrested there for trying to come back to the U.S. when they needed to quarantine. Yeah, Barbados is also a story very recently in I think it was Grand Cayman, where
Grand Cayman's not in Barbados.
No, I'm going to a different island.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying.
I get on a virus-free airplane. I just flew to a different island here on Grand Cayman. There was a woman who, I want to say she was in the early 20s, flew to Grand Cayman, I think it was, and her boyfriend lived on Grand Cayman, and they were supposed to be quarantined.
Okay.
Well, not only did they sneak out, I guess he's some kind of a water show he was part of or something like that. But not only did they sneak out and say, okay, she went out to watch her boyfriend, they went out to this water show. Yeah. But you talk about throwing in people's faces. They went out without masks.
Oh, yes.
So they left the hotel, they got in the cab, they went to the water show.
Yes, I remember you telling me this story.
And they were arrested, and they originally, I think, were supposed to spend, God, I don't know if I want to say several years or not in jail for this violation. Wow. And then I think the judge ended up reducing it, I want to say, to 6 months.
Jeez, even 6 months.
Right. So I know, even 6 months. So she wanted to come back here to finish her schooling. She was in college. Well, that didn't happen. That's not going to happen right now.
Crazy. Why risk it?
So
I thought you were talking about, I thought you were, that's crazy. That was in Grand Cayman, you said?
That was Grand Cayman, I'm pretty sure. But like Monarch says, they you can almost find a story on every
I
place.
know.
It's
That's
just
true.
a matter of people violating all the time. It's just a matter of someone being caught.
Right.
And let's see, we got, I'm trying to, if anyone, I'd love to know how things are going in California. We got Monarch from California. Let's see, is there anyone else here from California? Because you hear different things. They just got, we had mentioned earlier, they just got touched with that new variation of virus.
Yeah.
More restrictions now, or
Wow. Scary.
let's see.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, but at least the virus is not more deadly, but still, if it's more contagious.
Right. Well, that's the thing.
That's the whole
if it's the
thing.
same thing, you don't want to get it either way, because
No,
you don't know
right.
how your body's going to react.
Right.
So if now you have a 70% more
Oh,
chance of
man.
getting it. Monarch Moment said, our next door neighbors have visitors all the time without masks.
Really?
She's letting their
Jeez.
daughters' boyfriends use the garage as a gym. Not respected the shelter in place at any point this
Jeez.
year. That's terrible. Hopefully these people don't come walking over and banging on your door either, and spreading it, because
Right.
it's certainly parties, etc. California's got a lot of Indian casinos here, and some of the casinos have private parties, 3,000 to 6,000 each. That's incredible. Well, you heard the thing, I think I just heard it this week. Hopefully I get my facts right, but Trump owns a hotel or a club, maybe it's a club, down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a New Year's Eve party.
Okay.
Which was packed.
It was packed.
He had Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice, is that the name? Yeah. Vanilla Ice performed there. Something back from our time.
Yeah.
And
it was packed.
It was packed. And it's just, but we all know that, how he's been treating this whole virus. But, something like that, to just throw it out there. Awful. Let's see. Larry said they just lifted the ban into the UK with new restrictions. But yeah, the UK, you said lifted. Did they lift it from the UK, or is this a new ban they just put on, Larry? Welcome in, 1970s Tiger.
1970s
Tiger.
Tiger. I like that. Well, if anyone has a new channel out there, make sure you put hashtag.
Oh yeah, hashtag creator. If you want to throw that out
creator,
there,
and I
always I like to do that in the middle of the show, and I tend to forget, but better late than never. Yes. Hashtag creator if you're trying to.
Yes, if you're a new creator.
Expose your channel.
Yes.
Let's see now. Oh, Clear is still okay. She's still in lockdown.
She is, and where is she from?
Clea, where exactly are you from? Let's see. So she's in lockdown.
Yeah.
She's saying, people saying hi to each other. Okay, Larry's saying there was a ban on all travel from the UK.
Okay.
They now just lifted the ban. Okay, travel is now open, but with restrictions. Okay, so they have a limited, and there were 50 countries that had prohibited flights coming in from the UK. I wonder if those, like the US was one of them, like we're one to talk, right?
Yeah.
So you wonder if they're lifting the bans now too, how that works. Clea has a friend in the UK that's still in lockdown.
Okay.
And I guess it varies, like in Canada, Larry, right? They do it from province to province. It's not necessarily the whole country, or is it?
Interesting.
Yeah. So our scheme of things is we still are hoping against hope to travel by the end of this year, in the fall, hopefully in October. First choice would be a cruise,
yes,
if that ever worked out. Yes. Second choice, we've been talking about Disney, or at least driving somewhere south.
Yeah,
and doing something like that. Yeah, somewhere warm.
Yeah.
And then we did book a cruise in
2022.
In 2022 in October. So that's something at least to look forward to there. But we've got 2 or 3 cruises right on paper that we want to book. The whole problem is we don't want to book. We don't want to book and get tie up the money right now.
Right.
And so, in the one, like if we book something for October now of this year, we'd have to wait till the end of the year before we got credits or the money back.
Clear. Okay. She said what she's on.
No, he said the band from the UK was Countrywide. Yep.
Oh.
So, anything else you'd like to say, Nance, before we say this is our first New Year's live of the new year, and hopefully we'll see you Sunday and next Wednesday. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you all for joining us, and we really appreciate your support. And remember, stay young and have fun.